And welcome to the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach, site of our 2021 VHSL Region 4A Championship Field Hockey matchup presented by Zoop Eatery tonight, featuring the reigning state champion Great Bridge Wildcats with a record of 15-3 overall, taking on the 9-9 Jamestown Eagles, the upstart out of the Bay Rivers District. Hello, everyone. I am Matthew Hatfield, and we're about to have our starting lineups and player introductions. Wildcats coming in with 13 shutouts on the year. You saw them blank last night, 13-0 Warwick here on our streaming page on beachsportsplex.com and on our YouTube channel. While Jamestown made it to this championship game of Region 4A, punching their state tournament ticket for the first time in more than a decade, according to Athletic Director Kenny Edwards, thanks to their win last night by a count of 1-0 over Grafton. Wildcats just absolutely dominant with 11 first-half goals last night. Lily Johnson with 4 of those goals, Maddie Wiley with 3 goals, 3 assists. Julia Forn had a pair of goals, while Lydia Hall, Hannah Higgins, Abby Ferris, and Autumn Labor also scored, and Grayson Kurth chipped in 3 assists. So you see the officials with the captains. And our coin toss for the face-off. We'll take the lineups here in just a moment. If you missed it earlier tonight on our streaming page on beachsportsplex.com and on the YouTube channel, it was First Colonial falling to Cox 3-0 in the Region 5A Championship. A couple of goals from Zella Bailey, the Ohio State commit, plus an assist from Emmy Schwartz, finding Quinn Braithwaite in the fourth period as Cox stayed undefeated, moving to 17-0. First Colonial dropping to 16-2. Both teams will still move on to the state quarterfinals coming up on Tuesday, with Cox hosting Nansemond River here, while Gloucester will host First Colonial.
Both these teams have punched a ticket to the state championship next week. Tonight is for bragging rights and the #1 seed and the right to host. Let's meet tonight's starters. First for the visiting Eagles of Jamestown High School.
Let's hear the starting lineups for the Jamestown Eagles now.
#1, Peyton Cochran. #11, Caroline Fuller. #9, Ashlyn Dodd. 4, Allie Byram. #16, Cassie Paul. #13, Reese Granger. #18, Ava Stock. #19, Danny Polson. 7, Hannah Harris. #6, Kate Ruffin. 99, Lainey Hall. 23, Julia Lynch. #10, Caitlin Williams. 88, Lainey Kerner. #2, Campbell Rudders. #8, Campbell Ross. 23, Mia Wood. #14, Mason Albert. #5, Caitlin Rue. #12, Bailey Fairhart. #3, Kyron Singh. And #4, Caitlin Burkhalter. Manager, Danielle Vasco. And the Eagles are coached by assistant coach Elena Foster and head coach Emma Claire Stewart.
So you heard the starting lineups for the Jamestown Eagles, coached by Emma Claire Stewart and Elena Foster. Now for the Great Bridge Wildcats in the direction of Katie Duke.
#1, Maddie Wiley. #2, Paige Schmidt. #4, Autumn Labor. 5, Grayson Kurth. #6, Aubrey Steckline. #7, Mackenzie Wilson. Number 8, Hannah Higgins. Number 9, Abby Ferris. 10, Julia Ferren. Number 12, Lily Johnson. 13, Jordan Walters. Number 14, Taylor Hester. 15, Nora Cates. Number 16, Anna Hopkins. Number 17, Harley Denson. 20, Mackenzie Cummins. Number 21, Lydia Hall. 22, Elena Acosta. 25, Kayla Appleby. And the goalkeeper, number 88, Peyton Belby. At this time, we ask everyone that you please rise, remove your caps as we honor our country with the playing of the national anthem.
We pause for our national anthem. So there you heard our national anthem as we're getting set for this field hockey matchup tonight from the Rainy Chili Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach on this first Thursday of November 2021. It is November the 4th. Thank you for tuning in. 48 degrees. Check that now. 46 degrees. My phone just refreshed here. Feels like 43 out there on this cold night. The Wildcats. So many talented weapons for them. You heard many of them mentioned in our starting lineup, like Madison Wiley, Autumn Labor, Grayson Kurth, who had a trio of assists in the regional semis. Plus, can't forget about Lillian Johnson, a freshman who had 4 goals in that playoff victory. For Jamestown, keep an eye on this young lady who wears number 16. That is Cassie Paul, a junior midfielder who is headed to Appalachian State. Yes, Appy State of the Sun Belt. The favorite conference, I understand now, of our guy, Mr. James Timmons, is helping us out tonight. We've also got Jacob Zado on camera, doing a splendid job as we are about to be underway with Great Bridge here in the white unis with the green numerals. To begin things, working from right to left. And that will be put into play with number 21, Lydia Hall. And our game has started tonight, presented by Zoop Eatery. And you can go into Zoop Eatery and build the perfect box lunch, whether it's customizable or individually packaged meals. And as we tell you about Zoop Eatery, Great Bridge wastes no time scoring. Maddie, Wiley, and company quickly get on the board. Great Bridge 1-0 on top of Jamestown. 14:34 to go in our first period. Quickly getting on the board. Wiley and Hannah Higgins playing fast on this surface. Enjoying the regional training center where they've now outscored opponents 14-0 in just under 5 full quarters of action. Actually, just under 4 full quarters of action because we had the mercy rule in effect on Wednesday night, keeping us from having a 4th period. Jamestown trying to get working here with Campbell Rudders. Also number 1, Peyton Cochran. Watch out for her. Looks like that's going to be Cassie Paul trying to get by a trio of Wildcats, including Maddie Wiley in the center there before it heads out of play. I was telling you all about Zoop Eatery before Great Bridge quickly got on the board. You can build the perfect box lunch, customizable and individually packaged meals for your convenience. Choose from the wide variety of soups, fresh salads, made-to-order sandwiches, all served with a hunk of bread and dessert. There's something for the whole gang over at Zoop Eatery. Yeah, Jamestown with some good hustle here. Wildcats looking to make it 2-0 here. Can they slice one in? Almost due there with number 10, Julia Foran. So much for bragging about the Sun Belt over there, Mr. Timmons, as App State is in the MAC conference. Yeah. So you sit there and brag about the Sun Belt. You have the right affiliation for, just because you're in one league for one sport doesn't mean you're in that league for all the sports. Yeah, that's correct. As that one will bounce off the, I think that was the wrist there. Catch Ava Stouch, the junior forward for Jamestown, it might have. Not a lot of seniors on this Jamestown roster. Peyton Cochran is one of them, number 1. You've also got Ashlyn Dodd, a forward wearing number 9. Number 11, Caroline Fuller, midfielder. Number 15, Allie Byram. And then a bevy of juniors dotting the roster for the Eagles of Jamestown High School. The Eagles having a great playoff run to get to this championship game and earn a spot in the state tournament. Who will these two teams see in the quarterfinals? Well, Mechanicsville beat Patrick Henry of Ashland in the Region 4B Championship. It was a good one this week, 1-0 for Mechanicsville. So Mechanicsville will host the runner-up of this contest, while the champion of this region title game will play host to Patrick Henry of Ashland in Tuesday's state quarterfinals for Class 4 field hockey. Jamestown inside the Great Bridge territory. Once again, they have it with Ava Stouch. Gonna dump it off to Peyton Cochran. Ooh, dangerous play. They whistle that one. Taking under 10 minutes to go in this first period between the ladies in green from Jamestown and the Wildcats of Great Bridge High. Defending state champs are the Wildcats of Great Bridge. Great Bridge managing to get to the state finals in 2019, losing in overtime to Eastern View. But they beat that Cyclone squad 3-0 in the 2017 championship. Julia Foran trying to find a teammate there, but there's a trio of green shirts, as that might have been a goal last night. And that one's going to ricochet off. Thought that went in for number 21, Lydia Hall. Took a high hop. Now Jamestown will skirt away with it. It's going to be number 12 for Jamestown, Bailey Fairhart. Taylor Hester will go retrieve the ball now for the Wildcats. Number 2, Jamestown, Campbell Rudders. One of 7 sophomores on this roster for the Eagles. And the lone freshman is number 4, Caitlin Burkhalter. There was a great freshman on the field in Lillian Johnson who scored 4 times in the semis. And there's Anna Hopkins, a junior for Great Bridge, until she quickly gets stopped there. Maddie Wiley, one of the best distributors around. Picking it up full steam there. Number 10, Julia Foreign. Jamestown's got to be extra careful here. This is where Great Bridge can be dangerous with Mackenzie Cummins. And there's Maddie Wiley. Great handling there, and just too much traffic for her to get a clean shot off as it bounces away, and Caitlin Williams will go retrieve it and throw it into play. Now Caroline Fuller will hit it up ahead to Cochran. Peyton scoots it over to Avistotch. Providing tax preparation and retirement planning services, John's Tax Service and JPM Financial Services have been serving all of Hampton Roads for over 20 years. We're the best thanks to you, John's Tax Service. One of the many companies making it possible for us to bring this live stream to you tonight as we have the field hockey season for 2021 winding down. Nice look there straight away, and it will sail out of play. That one will take a hop off one of the Great Bridge Wildcat sticks, and then it's going to be number 1, Peyton Cochran, who grabs it until number 16 gets to it, and that's Anna Hopkins for Great Bridge, and they'll swing it over to the far side with the Wildcats continuing to press on with Taylor Hester. Happen to see a orange Clemson jacket in the crowd tonight. Inside, another good look for Great Bridge. It's going to roll away. And Jamestown dodges trouble with Cassie Paul. Tigers have Louisville, by the way, if you're curious, in ACC football this weekend. There's Maddie Wiley. Cassie Paul defending her well. There's 3 Eagles, rather. Trying to keep the Wildcats from tacking on a goal here. Ball's going to roll out to number 16. That's going to be number 21 for Great Bridge. Wildcats still leading this one 1-0 here on our streaming channel. Thank you for tuning in on beachsportsplex.com and on our YouTube page. Matt Hatfield here with you. Great Bridge with a win tonight can move to 16-3 overall before the state quarterfinals. It's going to be Grayson Kurth. Gets it over to number 14, Taylor Hester. Beautiful defensive play there from the Eagles. Ashlyn Dodd, the senior forward. And Jamestown stepping up here to keep Great Bridge from drawing any type of penalty corner. They had a number of them in the first half last night, again jumping out to a 11-0 lead at the break and a 13-0 win over Warwick. Eagles playing their best hockey at the right time of the year to get into the tournament. It was not a Region 4A field that was as packed, or stacked, I should say, compared to Region 5A. Jamestown got the number 2 seed despite being under 500 overall. And just when we were applauding the Eagles for not getting in some trouble, Great Bridge has a penalty corner now and a golden chance to make it 2-0. It's going to be Julia Foran getting into the center there. It's going to be number 5. Kurth, it's going to bounce and ricochet in. Maddie Wiley gets mobbed, and it's Great Bridge 2-0 here in the first quarter. So the penalty corner working out for Great Bridge with 3:27 to go in the frame. Their first penalty corner is rewarded with a goal for the Wildcats. Much like we saw Cox get those penalty corners pay off with 2 of their 3 goals, Great Bridge does here. Maddie Wiley constantly in the mix, either scoring or finding her teammates. And in both of their first period goals involved here to put her team in front. And Aubrey Steckline with both goals so far, and Maddie Wiley with both assists, according to our official scores out here at the training center. Wildcats not done here as they press forward, looking for more. And you see right there, Julia Foran was trying to slice it into Lillian Johnson, who scored 4 goals just last night. And that one's going to be off the mark. Another penalty corner now for the Wildcats. It's Kurth dumping it over. Now it's going to be out of play. Kurth had 3 assists last night. Well, we have a chance to tell you about another one of our sponsors of field hockey action from the training center here in Virginia Beach. And that would be Tropical Smoothie Cafe, where you can eat better, feel better, bursting with fresh flavors. They offer grab-and-go catering plus boxed lunches. Tropical Smoothie Cafe can be found on Princess Anne Road right across the street from Tidewater Community College. Wildcats racing up here with Julia Foran as well as Lillian Johnson. Soft pass there from Mackenzie Cummins. Lydia Hall trying to dive forward in for a goal, and it's going to be another penalty corner now for the Wildcats, who are starting to find their rhythm here towards the end of this first quarter. They got off to a very quick start, had a mini lull in the middle part of this opening frame, and now Great Bridge is heating up in the cold. Ooh, high arc. As Lydia Hall fired that one, and it bounced off the stick of Aubrey Steckline, ricocheting. Steckline needing one more goal to have the hat trick for the sophomore. Great Bridge beat War Hill 6-0 in its opening round match. We've reached the end of one quarter of play. The Wildcats of Great Bridge High out of Chesapeake 2, the Jamestown Eagles from the Bay Rivers District 0. We'll step aside and hear from some of our sponsors, including Vault Athletics and Fitness. It's more than just a pizza. ChichosPizza.com is the website, and go check them out. They've got locations all over Hampton Roads, Great Neck, here, there, everywhere. It's been a beach institution since 1968, serving the best pie around for over 50 years. Stop in, order online, and find out why they're a Hampton Roads favorite. Chichos. 15 minutes to go in our first half. Great Bridge, which beat Ward Hill 6-0. And then followed up with a 13-0 shutout of Warwick. Now with a 21-0 goal advantage this postseason for the Wildcats. Might this be their 14th shutout of the year? I certainly hope so. Regardless of what happens here tonight, our two teams from Hampton Roads will move on to take on teams from the Richmond area, Mechanicsville, the Region 4B champ, and Patrick Henry of Ashland, Region 4B runner-up, in Tuesday's state quarterfinals. Once again, the Class 4 state tournament field hockey semifinals and finals come your way next week on November the 12th at Massaponax High School for the semifinals at 1:30 and 3:30 p.m., while Cortland High School will be the site of the state championship game for Class 4. Along with the other divisions such as Class 6, Class 5, and Class 3, the Class 4 final is slated for 12 noon at Cortland High. Aubrey Stickland with a couple of goals, and Aubrey knows that one more would give her that ultimate hat trick, which you don't see too often in the postseason. Maddie Wiley misses that strike there. All kinds of activities going on. You got volleyball playoff action for the VHSL over here tonight at the Sportsplex and Training Center. We've had some soccer. We've had some cross. So many activities. And a chance for you all to watch the action, courtesy of our YouTube page and beachsportsplex.com. You'll see some high school football coming up on Friday night with Atlantic Shores and Portsmouth Christian in a big Metro Conference clash. Yours truly and the coach Ed Young will be on the call of that one. And in addition to private school football action that will come your way on Friday night, Virginia Beach Mustangs Pop Warner football action on Saturday over at the Plex. Wildcats looking to add to this lead. Julia Foreign, and it goes out of play. And there's Jamestown's number 11, Caroline Fuller, going to retrieve the ball. Eagles will pull it out here with Peyton Cochran. Patiently taking their time here as they try to see if they can catch Great Bridge napping, perhaps, and capitalize on that. It's number 16, Cassie Paul, the Appalachian State commit. And then there's number 9, Ashlyn Dodd. Getting upfield here, a great job from her, navigating the field, staying in possession. Great Bridge able to gather it back. And knock it up the field here. They've got numbers. Wildcats trying to connect here for a goal. Julia Foreign thought she could be in position to grab that one. Doesn't quite work out. Here comes Jamestown on the run. Campbell Rudders. Cortland Rutsch too. And Great Bridge comes right back with Taylor Hester. The rain has halted here, which is good to see. These young ladies not getting as wet as the ones from Cox and First Colonial were here with a pretty heavy downpour we had in the Region 5A championship for the duration, I would say, until probably towards the end of the third, early fourth quarter, it started to slack off and become drizzle at that point. But plenty of moisture on the ground and on the pitch here. You know, some of the days where we get a lot of sun and heat, they have to pull the cannons out and spray the turf, and not the case tonight. Speaking of turf, AstroTurf, since 1965, has been driven by forward-thinking ingenuity. It continues to improve its system design to deliver playing surfaces with the most realistic sport-specific performance, longest-lasting durability, and sound player protection. AstroTurf, one of our proud sponsors here of VHSL field hockey action from the Regional Training Center in Virginia Beach on this very cold Thursday night in November. Temperature down in the mid-40s. Wildcats on the run with Julia Foreign here. Ooh, good look. Off the rebound, Maddie Wiley. She's going to draw. Thought she drew a penalty corner, but did not, rather. Had a good look at it. Looks like Caroline Fuller. And then that one rolls out right there along the sideline. Coach Katie Duke's Great Bridge Wildcats winning the state championship in the abbreviated spring earlier this calendar year. It will go down in the record book for 2020, even though it happened in the calendar part of 2021 because they moved the VHSL, the fall sports, to the late winter, early spring part, if you will, affording the athletes a chance to compete better than the alternative of not after the coronavirus plays havoc with all walks of life and sports included. So they're trying to get a repeat, are the Wildcats. Penalty corner, and a goal's going to be good for number 21 of Great Bridge, Lydia Hall, off the assist from Grayson Kurth, who had 3 of those last night. Did Grayson and Lydia Hall, making it 3-0 in favor of Great Bridge. That goal coming at the 6:54 mark of our second quarter. Sounds like they gave the assist to Maddie Wiley, although from my vantage point, it sure looked like Grayson Kurth had the assist. I'm not going to argue because Maddie has had so many assists throughout the year, and she's been very instrumental here in her team's success. But the slick passing of Wiley and Kurth, certainly why Great Bridge is playing its best at the right time of the year here in the postseason. Chance to make it 4-0 as they continue to apply pressure around the net. We look at Great Bridge's results this year across the Southeastern District and beyond, and we mentioned this last night during our broadcast in the regional semis where they just absolutely dominated Warwick by a count of 13-0. And on a side note, it was great to see Coach John Krikorian of Christopher Newport University out here. Got a chance to chat with him, his 2 daughters playing for Warwick. I know he's excited about the season for his men's basketball team at the Division III level, and they've got a very challenging schedule. It was good for him to squeeze in a chance to see his daughters play. After one of them, I believe it was Lillian, the hero in their overtime win over Deep Creek in the quarterfinals. But, I think, we were commenting that this is a really good Great Bridge team that Warwick was running up into. And I think everybody on the schedule that sees Great Bridge, much like they do with Cox and First Colonial, it's like, oh my goodness, we've got our hands full tonight. Only ones that have been able to defeat Great Bridge, though, Nansemond River beat them 4-3 in Game 2 of the season for the Wildcats. They were coming off a 15-0 shutout of Indian River on August 26th. And right out of the gate in September, Great Bridge is looking at a 1-1 record, which is not like them. And they had to go play Kellum and Salem out of Virginia Beach, and they won those games 3-1 over Kellum and 10-0 over Salem of Virginia Beach. And that began a hot streak for Great Bridge on its road to 7 straight wins. 6 of them were shutouts before they were blanked on October the 5th by Poquoson, 5-0. They then shut out Grassfield before Tab shut them out 4-0. And now the Wildcats looking at a chance to match their season-long win streak with a 7th straight win. They closed out the regular season by beating Lakeland, Jamestown, Grafton, and Oscar Smith. And then opened the postseason by beating the likes of War Hill and Warwick. So yes, you heard right. Jamestown has played Great Bridge before back on October 14th, a 6-0 win on that night. And right now it's halfway there for Great Bridge with a 3-0 lead here, courtesy of goals from Aubrey Steckline and Lydia Hall. Eagles trying to get something working here with Campbell Rudders. She loses it. Good job by Mason Albert, the sophomore, to come up with it. And Rudders staying with the play, trying to get by a wave of Wildcats. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in our first half. Our game tonight brought to you by Zoop Eatery. Great Bridge moves into Jamestown territory. Maddie Wiley displaying her talent all season long. a senior they will be saying goodbye to after this playoff run, along with Elena Acosta, Taylor Hester, and Julia Foran. Trying to get a good look inside. Taylor Hester with a hard shot that goes out of play.
Hey, pressure it! Pressure it! It's in the corner! Pressure! Pressure!
It's going to be knifed in there with the duo of Grayson Curth and Anna Hopkins. Hopkins with it now. Far side there with Taylor Hester. Going to be picked up by Nora Cappies. One of 5 freshmen on this Great Bridge Wildcats roster. Great Bridge with one of the more loyal, passionate fan bases out there in all of its sports. And they like to celebrate this team getting another championship. And that's going to be put on the board. Maddie Wiley had it and it bounced, but I don't know if her stick had it go in or if someone else's stick near the net had the goal. So we'll wait before we declare who had the official goal, since I have been miserably off on all of these tonight when it comes to who scored exactly, or more so the assists than the goals. 1:23 mark of our second quarter. It'll make it 4-0 in favor of Great Bridge. I know Wiley had some involvement, whether it was a goal for her or an assist. So we'll get that official word here in a moment from what the bookkeepers and scorekeepers are passing along to Sean Townsend, the athletic director for Great Bridge tonight. Former championship baseball coach for the Wildcats. Believe I heard Julia Foran was the one that had that goal off another Maddie Wiley assist, if I heard that right. About to tick under a minute to go in this opening period. Steckline, Foran, and Hall all finding the net tonight for the Wildcats. And Wiley setting them all up beautifully, as she and Steckline are the ones, the real creators for this team. Now you hear the words creators, playmakers, distributors. That's how you get scores. And this Great Bridge team, much like the Cox team we watched defeat First Colonial tonight 3-0, they've got a boatload of them. They don't depend on just 1 or 2 individuals to get them in front. And that horn sound means we have reached intermission here from the training center on this very chilly Thursday night in November. So why don't we step aside and you can warm up with something from Zoop Eatery.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
extreme about the DQ Reese's Extreme Blizzard? How about all the Reese's you could dream of with classic creamy Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and crunchy Reese's Pieces? Plus, you guessed it, peanut butter topping and chocolatey topping. All blended in world-famous DQ soft serve for a treat that takes your favorite combo to a whole new level. Wow, what a rush. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
For more than 23 years, we've made it our mission to lend peace of mind.
Even when times aren't very peaceful.
We know that every borrower is unique.
That's why we put you first in every step of the loan process.
At Atlantic Bay, we are dedicated, now more than ever,
to providing digital tools, resources, and a lending hand.
To help you reach your home dreams.
Because we're here for you.
Whenever,
wherever,
however.
Nobody cares for more young knees than CHKD Sports Medicine. Our specialists, surgeons, and physical therapists work together to develop treatment and training programs that get young athletes back up to speed safely with the strength and confidence they need to stay in the game for the long haul. CHKD Sports Medicine. Care today to last a lifetime.
All right, we're back here, third quarter underway in our Region 4A championship with the Great Bridge Wildcats and the Jamestown Eagles. Great Bridge leading it 4-0 here. Matt Hatfield here as we talk with you about the region playoffs of field hockey action. Earlier today, it was First Colonial and Cox squaring off, where the Cox Falcons defeated the FC Patriots by a count of 3-0 as they move on to the state quarterfinals. Over in Class 6, Region A, it was the Western Branch Bruins prevailing in their matchup 2-1 in overtime. And earlier today, it was at last check 5-0 with the Gloucester Dukes and the Nansemond River Warriors. So Gloucester, we are assuming, held on and won that game to set up their quarterfinal matchup with First Colonial, while Cox will take on Nansemond River. If you're wondering about Tuesday's matchups in the state quarters here at the Regional Training Center, we're set for a doubleheader. Should this score hold and Great Bridge get the W, which they're well on their way to doing, Wildcats will probably play at 7 o'clock against Patrick Henry of Ashland here at the Training Center, while Cox will begin things around 5:30, taking on the Nansemond River Warriors. Great Bridge in the white unis working from left to right. Great Bridge in the green jerseys. Shot inside with Great Bridge's number 14, Taylor Hester. And a whistle means we will get a penalty corner for the Wildcats, I do believe, our first of this third quarter. And if my count is right, that's the 5th of them for the game tonight, as our clock ticks under 12 minutes to go in the third period. Early entry. Taylor Hester had it. Trying to get the rebound there. It's going to be Grayson Kurth stealing it away. And while she swipes it away, it goes out of play for the Wildcats. Stick battle there between the Eagles' number 9, Ashlyn Dodd, and Taylor Hester, number 14 for Great Bridge in white. And they swing it over to the far side of the field. Wildcats now have back in play. That's going to be number 21, Lydia Hall, wearing that blue headband. Squeezes it by Ashlyn Dodd and over to Taylor Hester. Jamestown now. Possession, Cassie Paul, the App State commit. Getting it into Peyton Cochran. Good passing here from the Eagles. As you see, Reese Granger getting involved on that weave, if you will. Cassie Paul chasing it down until Maddie Wiley comes up with it and gets her defender on her back hip, and then she goes running full steam ahead. Wiley is just so much quicker than the defenders out there. Hard to keep her in check. Great job by Wiley, who then scores it. Maddie Wiley with the goal. She's bound to get on the board. She's been doing so much assisting. And there's our first goal of the second half to make it 5-0 with 9:25 to go in this third period. There it is on the board. A little bit delayed. What a playoff run Great Bridge is having here. Simply steamrolling the competition here. That is the first of their 5 goals unassisted tonight. Yet she's such an unselfish player that she's allowed to go get one herself. 24 goals in 3 playoff games for Great Bridge, none for the opposition. How about that? And you do have to wonder who in Class 4 can hang with these gals. Mechanicsville and Patrick Henry may get their chance at it. Right now, it looks like Patrick Henry will get the first crack in the state tournament. Going on tonight, Chancellor High School, Chancellor and Cortland in the Region 4C Championship. And in fact, it was the Chancellor Chargers winning 2-0 over Cortland. The game's now gone final. So Chancellor's going to host a state quarterfinal game on Tuesday. Cortland's going to go on the road to the Region 4D champion. Nothing has been updated yet on that VHSL Region 4D bracket, where Fauquier was the number 1 seed from the Northwestern District. Heritage of Leesburg was their semifinal matchup, while the Dulles District number 1 seed Loudoun County was slated to play Kettle Run in the semifinal, and that was 2 nights ago. So we'll have to do some investigating. Maybe we'll get Mr. Timmons on that to see if he can find out for us on his research department what the situation is in Region 4D, where Fauquier played Heritage on Tuesday in field hockey and Kettle Run took on Loudoun County. See if we can come up with any scores. And that championship tonight would be played somewhere up in the northern part of Virginia. Whether it's Kettle Run, Loudoun County, Heritage, or Fauquier winning that regional final. So we can fill out this bracket for all of our anxious, eager fans. Oh, what a shot! Are you kidding me? Number 10. I believe that was Julia Foran putting that on the board. That was one heck of a goal. Almost a little scoop shot by Foran with 6:50 to go in our third period to make it Great Bridge 6, Jamestown nothing. Wildcats are just hitting on all cylinders, folks. Coming up on 9 o'clock in the East here. That one gets away from Julia Foran. Another one of our sponsors of field hockey action would be one of the favorite restaurants of our man Jimmy back here, and that is Why Not Italian, where they're celebrating over 28 years. The commitment to excellent ingredients, traditional recipes, and treating customers like family is what allowed Why Not to serve delicious food to the community since 1993. Make sure you go dine in at any one of the 7 locations of Why Not Italian, including the newest Hey Good location on Independence Boulevard. What's for dinner tonight? Why Not Italian? Some folks out here might want to go grab some Why Not desserts or some kind of meal to go home with or next day for lunch. There's one over there right there by Lansdowne Commons. Grayson Kurth had the assist on that goal by Julia Foran. Made the score 6-0 in favor of the Wildcats of GBHS. So 25 goals and counting for Great Bridge here in the postseason. They've had 4 double-digit goal games this year against Indian River, Salem, Kings Fork, and just last night against Warwick, their second highest output of the year. Sharpening at the right time of the season. The only 2 teams to keep Great Bridge to under 3 goals were Poquoson and Tab. 2 teams that beat Great Bridge 5-0 and 4-0 respectively. If you take a look at the Region 3A field hockey bracket, guess who plays in the championship on Friday night at 6:30 at Christopher Newport University? Top seeded Tab and number 3 seed Poquoson. No surprise there. As Tab beat York 4-0 in the semis and Poquoson blanked Bruton 6-0 in its semifinal on Tuesday night. Poquoson is in Class 2 in a lot of other sports such as football and basketball. But they're in Class 3 in field hockey. Reason being, there aren't any Class 2, Class 1 schools in field hockey the way the VHSL is structured. They have just 4 divisions, even though there are 6 classifications for VHSL sports. Grayson Kurth will slide it over to a teammate, and that goes out of the reach of Mackenzie Cummins. Another goal is on the board for the Wildcats, and it's guess who? Maddie Wiley to make it 7-0 in favor of Great Bridge here. .251 to go in our third period. And I would say there's a pretty good chance that the mercy rule will be in effect for the fourth quarter, with Jamestown down by a touchdown. They've battled hard all year long, these young ladies, but even in defeat tonight, their season will be extended because Jamestown will be heading to the Region 4B champ, Mechanicsville.
Assisted by Maddie Wiley.
Great Bridge on the move. They stay on the move, folks. Harley Denson. Number 17. There's number 1, Maddie Wiley. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group is not your typical mortgage company. They're lending peace of mind, understanding that getting a mortgage can be stressful, but they're here to guide you every step of the way, dedicated to providing you an enjoyable journey from start to finish. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group. And by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better. Bursting with fresh flavors. Offer grab-and-go catering and boxed lunches. Tropical Smoothie Cafe on Princess Anne Road, right across the street from TCC. The regional championship trophies will be presented here at the conclusion of our game tonight, so stick around for that. Any of you Great Bridge alums or fans out there that want to see that trophy presentation, we'll have it for you. Minute to go in this third quarter as the time is ticking down, and Julia Ferren will likely be trying to feed here Mackenzie Cummins or Maddie Wiley. Nope, she's going to go to someone else instead, and that's going to be deflected off a foot. Grayson Kurth got it on the initial feed. Every day is sweet when we're serving you Blizzard treats like Oreo fudge brownie, Reese's cookie dough, and M&M's. Thanks for being fans all these years. We're talking about Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen Lansdowne. Fan food, not fast food. And this one's about to be in the books, ladies and gentlemen. The Great Bridge Wildcats. 7-0 to make it 26-0 this postseason. A trio of assists from Maddie Wiley, who's also scored it a couple of times tonight. Julia Ferren has done the same. Aubrey Steckline, Grayson Kurth, and Lydia Hall. And the Wildcats celebrate. Jubilant regional champions yet again for a second straight year, and they're now 3 wins away from repeating as state champs in VHSL Class 4 field hockey. Great Bridge will be taking on Patrick Henry of Ashland coming up on Tuesday night in the state quarters, while Jamestown at 9 and 10 at Raw will travel to Mechanicsville. The Wildcats bumping their record to 16-3 on the year as they now have 14 shutouts. Unbelievable job by Great Bridge. We'll have the trophy presentation in just a moment. Let's quickly hear from Why Not Italian. And they give an applause to the regional runner-up Jamestown Eagles. And they get their trophy. Let's turn it over to the public address announcer as they will get their region runner-up trophy, and then the Great Bridge Wildcats will receive the region championship hardware.
Your region champion, your Great Bridge Wildcats. Great Bridge will play host to Tuesday at 7:30.
All right, hey, trophy in the middle, around them.
So there you see it, Great Bridge gets it done, and they pose for some pictures with the hardware. Coach Katie Duke and her ladies do an outstanding job this entire region tournament, outscoring the opposition 26-0. Once again, Great Bridge will be in action on Tuesday night around 7:30 p.m. when the Wildcats take on Region 4B runner-up Patrick Henry of Ashland in the state quarterfinals for VHSL Class 4 field hockey. Jamestown hits the road to the Richmond area to take on Region 4B champion Mechanicsville. Thanks to Jacob Zado on camera and our entire hardworking team tonight, plus our sponsors for making this possible: AstroTurf, Atlantic Bay Mortgage, CHKD Sports Medicine, Chicho's Pizza, Dairy Queen, John's Tax Service, One Life Fitness, Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Vault Athletics, Why Not Italian, and Zoop Eatery. I'm Matthew Hatfield saying good night from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Once again, our final score: the Great Bridge Wildcats 7, the Jamestown Eagles 0.
Okay,